Welcome to The Magic of Coffee. You're here with Jordan and Alex, and we're a podcast about Magic the Gathering, coffee, nerd culture, and much more. We've got our cups of Joe. Let's get into it.
Episode 2, baby.
Episode 2. 2.
Do you want to hear a very gross story?
Sure.
I was recommended this milk, and it was like the milk of milks, apparently, chocolate milk. And it was Promised Land, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, cool, I'll try it, fuck it, And so I drank some of it last night while I was eating a cheese sandwich, which was very odd. Chocolate milk and cheese sandwich.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
So I wake up today, I make French toast or whatever, and then we're eating, and then I'm drinking milk. I'm drinking the Promised Land milk. And I take a swig, and something just falls in my mouth. And I was like, what the fuck? So I go to the sink, and I spit it out in my hand, and then I rinse it out. And I have a picture of it.
Yeah.
It's really gross.
Is it a thumbnail?
No. It was like slimy, almost like a dead slug in a way. I have a photo of it.
That was pretty gross.
It's really gross. I don't know what it is, but I called my job. Here, I'll show you. That's what was in my mouth.
Ew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I called my job, and I was like, hey, this product, you need to pull all of it. And then I sent the photo, and he was like, yeah, okay, we're pulling it.
Yeah, that was really gross.
Yeah, Promised Land. Fucking get your shit together. Is it
gotta do
tradition?
Tradition.
I wish I should have fucking poured mine.
We'll get it right at some point. All right. So also, if video quality may or may not be better, I'll find that out when I edit the video. But we bought a kind of expensive camera to try and not use phones anymore, so we don't get phone calls in the middle of a podcast.
Yeah, well.
But also just better video quality in general. And I think we'll probably switch out of it probably halfway through with this because we only have one battery and it doesn't last that long. So if you see a drastic change or any kind of change, it's just because we moved back to our phones.
We can just change that at the coffee segment. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends. But, yeah. Spoilers, man. Let's just jump into it. Dude, it's been every day this week, several times a day.
Oh,
you're just like, bro. And I'm just like, what is this set? Like, what is this set, man?
Well, you said it best. You texted me. He was like, you were like, I feel like Wizards was like, every color's going to be overpowered.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, great. Awesome. I'm down.
That's a weird taste.
Interesting.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a little bit. Yeah, no, it was just like, I mean, it was every day where I was like, oh, wow, that's a really good black card. All right, yeah, that figures. And then it's like, oh, wow, white's doing well. And then it's just like, nope, here's overpowered green cards. Here's overpowered red cards. I found my favorite green card in the set, or one of my favorite ones. But,
dude, let me tell you about mono white's going to be really, really good, only because it has a you lose the game card. We talked about it earlier, or our last episode, and I'm still jazzed about it. I mean, yeah, it's going to be really difficult, but it's just like Black's supposed to have that.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what they've decided to do with the game. I don't know what they're like. There's a green card that I was looking through this list last night, getting some notes down. And there's a green card, return creature card from your graveyard
to the battlefield. Or to
the battlefield.
What card is it?
It's let me refind it. Dead Space.
That was weird.
Yeah, I know. It's gonna take a minute to refind it, but
hey, that was I'm pretty sure that was spot damn on.
Yeah, that was. Oh, it's a sorcery. It's a Bala God Recovery. Return target creature card from the graveyard to your hand. It's to your hand. It's not battlefield, so it's not super graveyard play, but still, like, what the.
Green has always had kind of that.
Yeah.
To be honest, But Graveyard to the Battlefield is a black thing.
I know, but it's like the bouncing from Graveyard is very just black in general.
Have you seen the card? Where's it at? Thriving Skydiver.
Mm-hmm.
For those who don't know, it's a 2-drop, 2/1, 1 blue, 1 colorless. It's has a kicker for X. X can't be 0. Flying. When Thriving Skydiver enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, gain control of target artifact with converted mana cost X or less. If that artifact is an equipment, attach it to Thriving Skydiver. So 6.
Yeah.
For one specific artifact.
My favorite card in this set is a green card at this point. It's Tajaru. It's a T word. Blight Blade. It's a 1-drop. Drops as a 1/1. Has Death Touch. Green Death Touch is back. Is Serrated Scorpion gone? Or is that sticking around?
What is Serrated Scorpion?
Is that 1-drop, 1/1 black? It was a Scorpion with Death Touch. It's like in every black deck because it's a 1/1.
I know the one that when it dies, you gain 2 life and a target and an opponent loses 2.
That might be it. I think it's, I don't remember. But there's a Serrated Scorpion. Serrated Scorpion pisses me off and it's 1-drop. And I was like, I have something to, because that stupid vampire's gone now, I believe.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Yeah, that 1/1 Death Touch vampire's gone. So I think Golgari's going to hit hard this time.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Especially
Golgari
with
always hits
Nissa,
hard, to be honest.
With that Nissa being the only good planeswalker this set.
Yeah.
No, not to, fuck up that, whatever. Dig up that bushfire.
Speaking of digging up, do you know what I researched an assload? Oh, I wanted to tell you about it, and we can talk about it, but this is up to you because it's a lot of information. But the Eldrazi Titans. I did a...
we talked about that because there's that artifact card.
The artifact card is Forsaken Monument.
Yeah.
And it's literally just, it's colorless ramp.
Yeah.
And colorless spells, you gain 2 life. Colorless creatures you control is +2/+2. I thought the Eldrazi were coming back. I did immense research, and it turns out, I think I told you about it, Emrakul is not dead.
Yeah. He's stuck in Innistrad?
Also, Emrakul is a female, apparently.
Ooh.
So I thought these were mindless beasts. They are absolutely 100% not. I'll give the summary because it was super exciting reading about it. So Emrakul and Kozilek are technically dead. So, but they were also technically not here. So the way that it was described is if you're like every plane, every place has a plane, and then there's that void, and that's where the Eldrazi reside. That void between planes. So imagine you're a fish, and the lake that you're in is your plane. And then a hand comes in and tries to grab you or whatever, do whatever. And so because you've only known of this plane, that hand is the enemy. You'd have no idea that there's a body attached to it. And so it starts grabbing stuff, pulling out like rocks and shit and other fish and things like that. That it was explained the mechanic in Jest, where if you attack, you exile the top card of the person that you're attacking's library because it's ingesting it. The Eldrazi Titans have Annihilators because it's eating the plane. So the Gatewatch kills Kozilek and Ulamog. Emrakul wasn't there. Emrakul made it to Innistrad.
Yeah.
And so Tamria, as you know, the one like cloud lady, the planeswalker, she was there as an observer. And they were fighting, and eventually she gets involved. And keep in mind, you understand that like Innistrad is like vampires, angels, things like that. The moon is made out of silver. So is Karn. Now keep that in mind. So what happens is Tamria is like, all right, I need to fucking get involved. She pulls a scroll out because she's an observer. She studies, She has a crazy spell that she does. And what it does is it locks Emrakul into the moon, into this silver moon. Well, Tamria was like freaking out, pretty much anxiety attack in the IRL world because that was not the spell. So what Emerald Cool did, she realized what was going on. She realized what the moon was made out of. This is all theoretical. No one still has any idea why Emerald Cool's in there. But all we know is Emerald Cool took over the mind of Tamria, casted a different spell to put Emerald Cool into the moon. The reason why I brought up Karn is because Karn is the only artifact made out of silver, and that's the only way that he can, 1, time travel, and 2, go through planes.
So Emerald Cool is now in a place.
Emerald Cool is surrounded by the one thing that she can do to time travel and go through planes.
So the Eldrazi are going to come back.
If Emerald Cool comes back...
I mean,
I'm so excited.
We are in Zendikar at the moment with an Ulamog card, our number 1, to be like...
It's the corpse of him, though.
I know, but it's like, hey, Eldrazi. And then we're going to Innistrad next year. I know it's Vampires and Werewolves set, but...
I mean, it's not unheard of to have Eldrazi with Vampires and Werewolves.
I mean, that was an entire... Eldritch Moon.
Yeah.
Was,
Eldritch Moon was a fucking shit show.
That Avacyn is my favorite. I think that Avacyn might be one of my favorite cards. Her flip card for that. When she dies. Spoilers. But yeah. Ooh, what did I just do?
What's your opinion on the flip cards? On the, like, flip land specifically cards?
I mean, cool. It's cool, that makes my life a lot easier, especially in Arena, because Arena never either gives me all the land or none of the land. So if I gotta have flip cards to replace some of that, maybe that like Arena will split down the middle, and I'll not get, I'll have a decent mana base, but it's fine. Like, cool, they're bringing flip cards back. I think it's with land. I think that should have been what it was to begin with, the flip cards. And I think it's rather fair. We'll see. We'll see in practice what happens. But,
dude, I don't have a favorite card in this set. Not yet, at least.
Yeah.
Because, like...
Bushfire Elemental is really cool, too. But
because Ikoria, Shark Typhoon, Theros, it's now Uro because it's good, but back in the day it was Dream Trawler.
Oh, yeah.
What is after Thrones?
Dream Traveler was Trawler.
Was Theros.
Theros. Thrones.
My favorite card is probably Questing.
Yeah, Questing's so good.
Man, is it? Hold on, let me go to Arena.
I could also see Brazen Bar that being for you.
You know what? I took Brazen Bower out of my decks. It's so like...
It's only good for one thing, and it's returning something to its owner's hand. And people love returning my Stone Cold Serpent to my hand with Brazen Bar, and I'm like, cool, you just made it stronger. Like, here, I'm going to drop another land. And then I'm going to drop Stone Coil.
Brazen Bar. Oh, no, you're talking about Arboreal Grazer.
No, Brazen Bar. Brazen Bar is... Its adventure is that you return target creature to its owner's hand.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. And then what I'm saying is they bounce Stone Cold to my hand.
Yeah.
And then I drop another land, and then
I misheard.
It just makes it stronger. And they're like, because Stone Cold is so annoying, because usually if you're running Brazen Borrow, you're running like a blue-white deck of some sort. And then they're like, I can't do anything to it.
Or Sultai.
Yeah, or Sultai. These multicolored cards are pretty interesting.
Let me go down there.
Bushfire Elemental, 2-drop, 1 red, 1 green. Has haste. Bushfire Elemental can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Landfall, whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, Bushfire Elemental gets a +2/+2 until end of turn. Land drop. So Bushfire Elemental is already out, right? Land drop. So it's now at 3/3. Right.
Oh, yeah.
Migratory Greathorn. Down 5/5. And then with other whatever mana ramp that you can shit out at.
Yeah, that's another thing that I want to discuss. Mana ramp is going to be fucking insane.
Yeah.
One thing that I know that's going to come to fruition, and I'm actually excited about it, but I'm not excited to go against it, is Rakdos Death Touch Tribal.
That's such a lot of words.
Rakdos, do you know what Rakdos is?
Yes,
it's red, black.
Death
Touch Tribal.
Yeah.
Because there are 2 cards that give everything Death Touch.
Mm-hmm.
One that is in Zendikar, another one that's in M21.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, no, it doesn't give anything. It gives the ability to destroy planeswalkers.
Oh, yeah. Scorch Spitter's back.
Where?
Called Spitfire Lagat. It's a 4-drop, not a...
Lagak?
Lagak. As
Oh,
landfall.
it's a land. It's a land.
It's a
drop.
landfall thing, but
The issue is it's 4. That's a lot.
Akum Hellmound is really good though. It's a 1-drop 0/1. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, Akum Hellmound gets a +2/+2 until end of turn.
That's cool.
gonna help mono red out a lot.
Dude, do you know it got reprinted?
What?
Naked.
Yeah, fucking Rapid Bite got reprinted too. Cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
I like the art on it.
Let me see. Where is it at?
There's a couple mechanic cards. I like that art a lot. That's probably the art I'm gonna run if I run that.
Yeah, for sure. It's also a common. Like, it's so easy to get.
Yeah. Dreadworm. What is this? 4/5 drop.
It gives a death touch.
Oh yeah. No, it's indestructible. Whenever
indestructible. Yeah.
Good God.
That's good. It's a. But the problem is it's a 5-drop, 5/4.
Yeah, mono black late game or any black deck late game. Yeah, easy. 5-drop, whatever. I'm getting Peer into the Abyss, turn 6. All right. They don't have issues with land. Each opponent. Oh, there's What is it? I'm so mad. Let me find it. It is Thundering Rebuke, 2-drop. Thundering Rebuke deals 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker.
Thundering Rebuke. Does what? I'm sorry.
It's a 2-drop, 1 colorless, 1 red. Deals 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker. They're like, cool, we're never going to bring Lightning Bolt back, but we'll make a 2-drop.
We're not going to bring Lightning Bolt back, but we're going to bring something far overpowered. It's like, all right, bet.
I mean, it's not a 1-drop at least, because Lightning Bolt's a 1-drop, 3 damage. That's what made it so gross.
That's why Shock always gets reprinted, because Shock is fair, you know.
Shock, yeah.
Let's talk about Maddening Cacophony.
Oh yeah, you sent me that card the other day.
It's a 2-drop sorcery. Mm-hmm. It has a kicker for 4. You understand how kickers work, right?
Yep.
Okay. Each player mills 8 cards if this card was kicked. Instead, each opponent mills 8 cards, not player. Instead, each opponent mills half their deck rounded up. I love playing against mill until Uro is banned.
No, it's not draw, it's mill. Yeah, I was gonna say because you could do Underworld Dreams, Underworld Nightmares, but that doesn't work. Because I was gonna say Dimir, but you're milling it, you're not drawing it. So.
Yeah. Still, no, Dimir Mill is coming back for sure.
Oh yeah,
because you have the rogues that mill out. You know.
Man, I'm gonna be so mad if they figure out a way to like turn 4 mill you out. I'm gonna be like, man, fuck you guys.
No, there's gonna be a way. But dude, if you run fucking, what is it? Dude, Sultai can do. Oh my God, Sultai Mill.
Yeah.
Just mana ramp. God forbid you have Cherix, the 4-drop 0/17.
Yeah. Mono Red's gonna turn into that stupid like non-combat damage type because literally almost there's a ton of goblins and they're all some stupid form of like, you know, deal 1 damage to target player type thing. Rolling Vortex at the beginning of each player's upkeep. Rolling Vortex does 1 damage to them, you know?
Yeah, I'm down for Red doing that. Red's going to slow down. That's the only thing that I'm really happy about.
Whenever a player casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast a spell, Rolling Vortex deals 5 damage to that player.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The issue is that's also you.
Also, that's the one that taps your opponent can't gain life this turn.
Yeah, that card is definitely going into every red, anything that can run red, at least in sideboard. Did I send you Ancient Green Warden? Ancient Green Warden?
Yeah.
6-drop, reach, 5/7.
You may play lands from your graveyard.
If a land enters the battlefield, caused a triggered ability from a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time.
Also, I'm gonna say something.
Dude, endgame Gruul? Fuck.
Yeah. No, 100%. I'm gonna say this, and then we can continue on because I just had this thought, and I went, yeah, that's a good thought. There should not be any 2 sets of plane. Like, there shouldn't be 2 Garuks in standard at any time. Garriks, because we have 2 Garriks, and then we had like 2 Teferis. I think there should only be 1 Garrick per block.
Minus the let's say Teferi wasn't banned. Right now there are 4 Teferis. Right now there are 3 Teferis. Yeah. And then whenever
2 weeks, I guess.
Well, whenever rotation hits next Thursday, next Thursday
Yeah, it's when it hits arena.
is when it hits arena, and that's when rotation hits. Then there will be 2 Teferis.
Yeah.
No one will use the other Teferi because it's the precon.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying, like, I don't think there's gonna be precon Jace, Nissa, or Nahiri, but I don't think they're gonna do precon decks this time around. But it's just I don't know. It's just like, I understand this is a game and stuff like that, but per lore things, it's just like it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't, but I mean,
It's also
the storyline. It has to be like this, or else like once they go to another plane, then we'll lose everything else. Then rotation won't hit properly.
No, I know, but it's just like, man.
But we're following the planeswalkers. The card game itself, like, I mean, we were playing during I think it was Gatewatch, maybe, or Battle of Zendikar. I think it was Gatewatch actually, maybe. But you can see you have the card that is in reference to fighting the Eldrazi, and then another card that talks about defeating the Eldrazi.
Yeah.
It's reference to defeating the Eldrazi, and you have both of those in Standard. Like, the timeline in Standard itself is fucked.
I know. It's just, it makes me upset about things. I just thought about it, and I was just like, Fearless Fledgling is a 2-drop. Whenever lane enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on Fearless Fledgling. It gains flying until end of turn. I just saw it. I like the art on it. It looked a little weird.
I'm going to research as much as I can as far as land drop or landfall mechanics, as far as like within Standard, because I want to try to create a landfall deck that is just landfall, but obviously it has to have green, but the other 2 colors, because we're going to What?
Blue Mage Dominion. X. It's X costs 3 blue. This spell costs 3 less to cast if the target.
Where is it?
If it targets a creature whose controller has 8 or more cards in their graveyard, gain control of X target creature with X. Gain control of target creature with a converted mana cost X.
What is it called?
Blue Mage's Dominion. Domination.
Is it blue?
Yeah.
Domination. Trap crab. Oh, triple blue X. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I misheard that part.
Yeah.
It costs 3. So I didn't realize this mechanic, like shit like this, worked. So I was playing EDH and someone was like, "Yeah, this costs 1 less to cast for each blah 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 blah." And I was like, "Well, it costs X." And then we had to go to ask a judge, and they're like, "Yeah, it's fine. Like, it's free. So in this case, you get 3 free mana essentially." And I was like, which is sick.
Yeah.
One thing that I realized, so have you considered at all running 3 colors? It is very clear to everyone that I play 3 colors.
Yeah, I've been thinking I'm gonna see what decks pop up. Like, honestly, because I was playing Arena earlier this week, and I was just getting pissed off because like nothing I was playing with was sticking because it's in a meta that's 2 months. It's in a meta that's 2 months old at this point, and so I was just like, I'm done. I'm done playing Arena for the next couple weeks until.
Well, you have less than a week.
Yeah, less than a week, or about a week actually at this point. But yeah, I'm done. I just anything that I try, I throw it, and it just doesn't stick. I'm so annoyed because mono blue is running rampant, like in Arena right now with just like standard, like not M21 standard, but it's regular standard because they're just trolling at this point. People are literally just trolling the game because they know we're right around. The corner, and
I've stopped playing normal ranked, which I know I'll get shit from everyone involved because I'm also like, there's a meta, and the meta is Sultai.
Yeah.
Versus so imagine the meta that you're used to, and then going to M21 standard, and the meta in ranked there is completely different. Like, Sultai doesn't do well.
No, it doesn't. Well, because a lot of the good Sultai cards are leaving.
Yeah.
A lot of what made it fast. So,
what's really good is running. What is it? I'll find this and then we'll just go.
Yeah, I think a big problem also is this is the first time I'm playing arena or like in a competitive sense during a rotation, like when a rotation's happening. So it's just kind of like
even when I was doing tabletop, it was still like I was just going to Friday Night Magics with just gigs and shiggles. I wasn't really playing to win.
Yeah,
I was just playing enough to get at least one booster pack.
Yeah.
One thing that I've realized in 21 Standard Ranked is Uro, right? And like Neutralize or Shark Typhoon and things like that, but specifically Uro and Gadwick. Do you know Gadwick?
No.
Okay. Gadwick's from Thrones. It's a triple. It's the same thing. Triple blue X. When Gadwick enters the battlefield, draw X cards. Whenever you cast a blue spell, tap a non-land permanent and opponent controls, which is very nice. And it almost, that combo on its own makes me want to run Simic, but at the same time, Simic is for pussies, so I'm not going to run it. Sorry, anyone that runs Simic. So if you're going to consider, so as we're talking, I'm developing notes. If you're going to run triple colors, there's a reason why I'm not running Esper, because I love Esper, but there's no Triomes for it.
No.
And Triomes, they make or break my decks. I have a play set of every one of them except for one, the Save Triomes, the one for red, black, white, because right now, I'm kind of running Mardu, but not really. Oh, speaking of, I need to tell you about, I wrote this down. I need to tell you about one of my favorite times just randomly playing ranked with Winata. Someone played Clackbridge Troll on me. Do you remember Clackbridge Troll?
Yeah, I remember Clackbridge.
You know Winata's triggers with non-humans?
Yeah.
So I was like, you can swing at me. He swung at me for 8. I didn't block. And then I swung everything, including his stupid goats. And then those goats triggered Winata 3 times. And then he conceded. Because I was like, dude, you just literally put...
You just lost the game.
If this was a fire, you just threw gasoline in it.
Yeah, I know. That's hilarious. That's amazing.
But yeah, for the reason why I'm bringing up the Triomes is because 2 of the main decks that I use, Sultai, there's a Sultai, the Zagoth, and then Jeskai, the Ragran Triomes. And then there's, I think you could have a lot of fun with, what is it, Nadatha, the black-green white, or Katria Triome that's red, green, blue.
Red, green, blue. Yeah, I might do that. Yeah, and again, I'm just going to pull an Alex and just run the meta this time around, so.
Fuck you. You pulled a meta deck and then splashed a couple things. That's what I do.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, I didn't pull a meta. I mean, that mono green was kind of meta, but I made a Garul, but.
No, yeah, specifically the what's the fucking the Reclamation deck? Oh, the Temur Reclamation.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't copy and paste, but I I don't know why I keep forgetting you can copy and paste, or would have fucking done that. But I just Alt Tab, look at what they have, throw it in there, look at what they have, and then if there's things that I don't like, then even though they're the pro and I'm not, I'll still change up, and then that's how I hit Diamond. I just sat there and was like, cool.
That's how I hit Diamond. So,
but I think Landfall.
Yeah.
I think there'll be a not Landfall Tribal, but a Landfall deck.
Yeah.
Which I guess is Landfall Tribal.
I mean, I don't know. If Party is what hits meta and that's like what's gonna run it, I'm not gonna run meta because I don't want to run Party. But
Party's not gonna run. Party seems so fucking slow.
Yeah. I mean, I think it'll pop up like how Cycling did for a bit there. And it would be like a fun, weird deck to play.
Oh, that's another thing as well.
Cycling will disappear because cycling was a lot of fun when people didn't really know there were answers to it, and then there were answers to it.
Do you still have your cycling deck?
Yeah.
Critique it a hair, not very much, but like critique some like control in there, not control, but like removal.
Yeah.
Specifically for adventures, and it's running really well.
Is it?
Well, I don't run Sultai anymore.
Are you running cycling at this
I run Boros cycling.
I mean, realistically, like even Winata would fit in that. So with Flourishing Fox.
Yeah, but there's no like end game to it.
No,
Like Winata will be in there and she'll just be swinging.
Well, yeah, it would just, but you could. Never mind.
I feel like it's just like
that doesn't work.
We're splitting 50 and 50 between cycling and Winata, and it wouldn't work.
It wouldn't work. Then there's no synergy there. I mean, with Nahiri when she comes out, she'll work really well with Winata builds.
I think Winata builds with a splash of equipment. Yeah. Boom, bada boom. But running Mardu, because Mardu will make everything in running Mardu.
Oh yeah.
Running the splashing black will make Winata and her and the legendary creatures that are on the board indestructible.
Oh yeah.
On top of Winata making them indestructible.
Yeah.
Can we talk about a deck that is really goddamn frustrating?
Yeah.
Adventure decks.
Yeah, they're popped up again.
Do you know what's in main board when I'm not playing cycling? Because the problem is with cycling is I can't run this specific card.
Probably blue card.
Nope. It is. Well, I mean, obviously, if I'm not running Boros, I'm running. God forbid. I threw up in my mouth. I've never said
I ran Boros.
When I run Boros. When I run Boros.
Sorry for that.
I'm running Wilts. Up 3 to 4 Wilts.
Yeah.
Because of fucking Lucky Clover.
Yeah. Lucky Clover came out of nowhere, to be honest.
Yeah, well, I mean, once you got rid of all the overpowered stuff, then you start seeing the other like cards that are like under the radar. Dude, back in the day, this isn't even back in the day. Back when Thrones of Eldraine came out, someone was going to give me an entirely built. I'm talking Brazen Borrowers, Fae of Wishes. There was a bunch of other cards from last rotation, from the rotation that's about to hit. But it was going to be Temer Adventures. He was going to give me an entire deck for that stamped Questing Beast. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that. Fucking adventure decks are trash.
Yeah.
Plot twist. They're not.
I mean, they are, but they're not. The issue is there were answers for it within the Ravnica block, and now there isn't. So, yeah.
I mean, even like, dude, in my adventure deck is not up to par because I'm not gonna. I don't know if I'm going to run adventures. I kind of want to. But the issue that we're having right now is by the time there's an answer for Lucky Clover, the game's already over technically because we've already made it. We're too far ahead versus the person not playing adventures. And then adventure versus adventure is so fucked. It's all about top decking at that point.
Oh, yeah. So, Core Blade Master.
Oh, hold on. What color is it?
Wow, white. It's one colorless, one white. It's a 1/1 double strike. Equipped warriors you have double strike. So, if I do the white, green, red, there is obviously Embercleave. But there's also a very cheap equipment that's coming out that they spoiled already. I'm trying to. Oh yeah, Skyclave Pickaxe.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
It's a 1-drop, 1 green. When Skyclave Pickaxe enters the battlefield, attach it to a target creature you control. It has landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield, under your control, equip this creature gets a +2/+2 until end of turn. It's an equipment, right? So any warrior. So I could run like a white, green, red warrior deck. It would take some tweaking. It may not hit meta, but yeah, and just have a bunch of equipments in there just to do cheap warrior equipments, and then they all have double strike.
You could also, yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know.
It's just off the top of my head, just thinking because there's a lot of red human warriors that are cheap.
Once we, so obviously I'm getting the $50 like 50 boosters. Yeah, it's very clear that everyone's going to do that because the other planeswalkers are trash.
Well, I mean. The $50 boosters with Jace, and he's not great either. But
Jace just needs another card to be good. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get an ass load of wild cards, an ass load of the I think like tonight I'm going to just buy it real quick because because it's cold right now. We're going to make a fire. You're more than welcome to come. But once I get paid tomorrow, I'm going to just buy it for pre-order and then wait. And then I'm probably, once we do the next episode next week, I'm just going to probably stay here until...
Because should do... we'll talk about this off. But because it'll be out before, like, Thursday, right?
Yeah.
come early. You could spend the night Wednesday night if you want to. We could get a build, a deck. Just look at the cards in general, just all of them before we record, so we can have something that we could record about that. So.
We could also like wake up early. Whenever it releases, we can just like buy gems and then do the draft. The draft will open up that day.
Yeah, we could also do that. Like we could record podcasts and record draft. So, yeah, because we now have 3 cameras. So we could do face cam, over cam, something. We'll talk about it. We brainstorm on the podcast too much.
We really do.
We're like, but wait, what if we?
Did I show you Seagate Restoration?
Seagate Restoration.
So it's a flip card.
Mm-hmm.
It's blue.
Mm-hmm.
It's up at the top. It's right underneath Jace.
Mm-hmm.
Sorcery. It's 3 blue, 4 colorless. So 7. A lot. I get it. Draw cards equal to the number of cards in your hand plus 1. You have no maximum hand size for the rest of the game.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna skip.
Blue it's a little tough to get mana ramp with blue, but I mean you wouldn't run blue. You would run like Sultai or Temur or something like that, but
100%.
Or Jeskai even.
Or no, not Jeskai. Jeskai doesn't really have ramp.
No.
Sultai
you could.
Demir no. Simic could work.
Maybe. It's just, green has just lost a ton of ramp, and it's obvious like it's not coming back with Zendikar. So
I mean, Conclave is pretty fucking good.
No, it is, but it's just it took. I mean, with losing Paradise Druid, a Boreal Grazer, and
there's
a couple like that were amazing.
Mana geeks,
and they're just gone.
I mean, one of my favorite ones. Oh yeah, by the way, I figured out. I didn't realize there's a summoning sickness rule that I wasn't aware of. But anyways, we'll get to it in a second. But yeah, like Llanowar Elf, one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's not coming back.
Not coming back.
You have Llanowar Visionary with him in 21, but it's a 3-drop. Yeah.
It's a 3-drop. When it enters the battlefield, you draw a card, which is cool, fine. Yeah. But it like. I have to wait 3 turns for more mana. I'm like, dude, I can fucking.
Also, I don't see it on here. There's just so many cards to really see. But we're getting Shocklands back. They're just a little. It's 3 life instead of 2.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
All 5 colors are getting them, aren't they?
All 5 colors are getting them.
Yeah.
But the Shocklands, so for example, Watery Grave.
Yeah.
Enters a battlefield tap unless you pay 2 life, and then you can tap it for either a blue or a black. These Shocklands are 1 color.
Oh yeah, that's dumb. Yeah. We're not getting the dual color. What? They should have made them dual color Shocklands.
Dude, one specific card I know that's going in mono red, and I know it's going to be a fucking issue because it's a 50-50 draw, is Wayward Guide Beast. 1-drop 2/2, trample haste. Whenever Wayward Guide Beast deals combat damage to a player, return a land you control to its owner's hand.
Oh, wow.
The reason why, and I was explaining this to someone, they're like, no, that's fair because, they're not going to have any land. And I'm like, I don't think you understand. Most of mono red is 1-drop.
Yeah.
Just fucking blink, damage, bring it up, bink. It's like they can run off 1 land for sure.
Speaking of land, Throne of Makidi. It's if you go all the way down.
What color is it?
It's colorless. It's a land. It's tap 1 for 1 colorless land. Tap 1 land, one colorless mana. Tap. Put a charge counter on Throne of Makidi. Then you can tap it. Remove a charge counter from Throne of Makidi. Add 2 mana of any one color. Spend this mana only to cast kick spells.
If there's a kick deck that actually succeeds, I'm gonna be kind of mad.
Yeah. Also, right next to it is there are dual lands that's just flip lands. So there's a green that can drop for red, or I'm sorry, there's a green that can drop like one side's green, one side's red, one side's blue, one side's red.
To be honest,
one side's white, one side's
kind
black.
of. I'm okay with it.
I like those. Those are pretty good. They're rares, but those are pretty cool.
I like that they're rares because I'm tired of Shocklands. Like I don't mind Scrylands.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind the Triumph lands because they come in tapped. But I don't want to spend, like the majority of my wild cards, or God forbid I play tabletop again and I spend like $40 on 4 lands because I need Shocklands.
Oh yeah. Also, these full art lands are pretty dope.
You can have all mine. I don't give a shit. Oh, except for that. Except for the fucking Davy Jones Cyclone Island.
Yeah, some of them are pretty cool. I mean, they'll go in the box or like in the binder probably. Full art lands never sell for anything unless they're like the unstable, unhinged.
Yeah, these are gonna get reprinted too much.
Yeah, they'll be cool in arena. Like I'll probably play some in arena, even though I really like those unstable ones we have now. Or
The unsanctioned.
No, the ones in arena.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a card. It's a little expensive, but I think you'll like it.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta find it. Hold on, it's green.
I don't give a shit about the commander stuff.
I don't either. Even though,
Ooh, those showcases. Their showcases are all at the bottom.
where the fuck?
What the fuck is going on?
What the dash?
These showcase arts are dope.
Yeah, Lotus Cobra.
Ooh, that Lotus Cobra.
All right, check it. Crag Plate Baloth.
What is that?
It is a 7-drop.
What color?
Green. 2 green, 5 colorless.
Oh god.
Now, if you kick it, you have to add 3 more. So it's kicker 3. This spell can't be countered. Hexproof haste. If Cragplate Baloth was kicked, it enters the battlefield with 4 +1/+1 counters on it. It's already a 6/6.
That's 10/10.
So it's a 10/10 with haste and hexproof.
Yeah, I mean, but it's also a 8-drop.
I promise I can show you a combo that's in Gruul that can bring this out turn 4.
Oh yeah, I fucking believe it, dude. I'm gonna do it. Don't worry.
Yeah,
We're
your
doing
boy,
this shit.
your boy fucks with Jeff Sky.
Your boy. We're doing this, all right?
Can I tell you about it?
Yeah, go right ahead.
All right, check it. All right, let's say you bring out. All right, I got it. Fairvent Champion.
Mm-hmm.
You know, bring him out turn 1. You fucking swing. Turn 2. You go to turn 4, lay your 4th land. God forbid it doesn't get countered. You play Transmogrify. An additional cost, sacrifice a creature. You draw cards until. Now this is going to be a little tricky, but you draw cards until you find a card that's higher converted mana cost. So even if you run into a Favorite Champion, as long as you run 1-drops, and then you run this guy, turn 4.
Oh, yeah.
Now it won't be kicked, but it's still a 6/6
For
with hexproof and haste.
turn 4 is destructive.
Yeah, before Agent of Treachery, we were fucking turn 4 Agent of Treachery.
Yeah.
We didn't give a shit.
Yeah, that's true.
And then we had Yorian, God forbid, and then we fucking bounce him.
Well, I really enjoyed my Gruul deck back in the day because before he got banned, I was running him in that Gruul deck. So I would do the Boar God, have Ancient in hand, swing, have Agent of Treachery, ETB, take whatever they had. So now there's like with 3 creatures, if not more, just because, and then it was
Dude, did I ever, okay.
It was a good time.
Did you ever hear about, oh God, did you ever hear about the Yorian Agent of Treachery Thassa combo?
Yeah, I've seen that.
So, yeah, it's just like, for those that really don't like,
stupid.
so it's on end step. So, and also it's more efficient if you have 2 agents out. But what you do is Thassa will trigger, or Yorian will trigger, exile 1 agent, bring it back, and then Thassa will trigger almost at the exact same time technically, and then you exile another agent, and then on end step they both come back and you take shit, and then next turn
Yeah,
you do the
you
shit
literally
again.
just start taking lands. Like there's literally nothing.
Turn 4, that's all you can take.
Yeah,
God forbid you have a fucking questing beast. Yeah, I'm taking that shit.
yeah.
Yeah, I know why.
I'm glad Agent got banned,
Dude, for a 7-drop, agent definitely needed to get banned.
Yeah, because nobody was paying 7 to bring him out.
No one was paying 7. Hell, Winata decks weren't even paying 7.
No.
Winata decks were paying they were running black, white, or they were running white, red, green, and so they were doing ramp. And so technically, and then Mana Geek. So technically they were spending.
Oh yeah, there's even ways to get what's his face out. Sorry, I saw Lotus Cobra again. There's plenty of mana, like red Mana Geeks, like landfall Mana Geeks, green Mana Geeks, and I'm sure there's like a blue Mana Geek. So you could get them out.
You have to think as
Landfall
well.
Mana Geek.
Ashea, Soul of the Wild.
Yeah.
It turns every non-token creature into forests.
Yeah.
They can tap.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I'm kind of scared. That's what I'm saying. Is just there's so many overpower. Like each color, like not one color like kind of got boned this time. Like in Ikoria, like honestly, red white kind of got boned because they were pushed on cycling more than anything else. While
Yeah.
Black, green, blue had the mutate. They were heavy.
Well, they had Winata, but they weren't. Winata wasn't being utilized properly at the
No.
time, and then people, then started.
I mean, yeah, but like that was one card compared to the the entire mutate build that are still being utilized and will be. Migratory Great Horn and Gem Razor will be used until they are out of rotation.
Oh shit! There is one.
It's a
combo.
free land and an easy. It's a three. It's easy land and it's easy removal, enchantment, artifact removal. So
I faced it today. And it's incredible. And if you want to run mutate, I think this is the way to go. Splashing blue in Gruul.
Oh yeah.
Because I faced that, and it's a little over. I mean, I still won, but I'm also. Whatever.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? No, it's good. I'm also running enough control to where it's just like, bonk, bonk, bonk.
In response.
In response.
Also, Akum is coming back, and I remember Akum Hellkite he's a dragon.
Akum.
What is Akum? I'll look it up real quick because there's a bunch of Akum cards in this set.
I'm about to coom.
Yeah, I don't know what.
I'm about to coom. Where's my baguette?
Oh, my internet decided to go and not work anymore.
I mean, my internet's
You're on the 5G was my internet 5G likes to be like, yeah, I'm not gonna work. All right.
Hakuna Matata.
So while that's happening, what are you doing?
Dude, I'm actually kind of scared of green.
Oh, it's Akum is a mountainous continent where magma glows. It's like a
Plane.
I don't know if it's a plane.
It might be an area on Zendikar.
Yeah, I think it is.
Did you see Roiling Regrowth?
Yeah.
Yeah. Instant speed,
Easy.
sack a land, get 2 basic lands, put them on the battlefield, topped. That shit's crazy. Are the flip cards? They're not considered dual, are they? Are they not considered basic? No, they're not. Okay. If they were considered basic, that'd be like, all right, these need to be mythics.
Yeah.
Also, we have a card that I quite enjoy. I'm gonna run it in EDH for sure. Bala Greg Recovery. 3-drop sorcery, green, 1 green, 2 colorless. Return target card from your graveyard to your hand, and then it's a flip card. And if you don't fucking need that, it becomes a land, but it comes in tapped, which is fine.
There's a lot of artifacts this time. I mean, it's a lot of equipment, but a lot of artifacts. With the Forsaken Monument, I think artifact decks are gonna pop up real bad.
I mean, artifacts deck.
They're not good. But
Artifact decks are well. I think artifact decks, but also think of what artifacts we have now. We got Solemnum Simulacrum. We have the fucking one dude with random counters everywhere. We have the Ozolith.
Yeah.
You know,
I've only seen I've never seen the Ozolith work.
so in 21 standard, it's popping up every so often. Mono green Ozolith, because people are running Crystalline Giant. Crystalline Giant, and like whatever the fucking guy is, he's the 3-drop, 3 green, and then he's a 0, but he enters with 3 +1/+1 counters.
Oh yeah. So
Like,
when he dies, they just
It works, but it's not as like crazy overpowered as like people think.
No.
I mean, it's good, but I
Yeah.
mean, it's also like
It's like,
like
how long have we been going for?
if I had a nickel.
No, because usually I look at the phone.
We've been going for 49 minutes.
49 minutes? All right.
Well, I mean,
we could take a coffee break and then jump back into it.
hell yeah. I mean, yeah, we pretty much went through. There's so many like cards now, like for spoiling, that we can just like get into it. We can talk about more of it later, like towards the ends.
Yeah. We'll take a coffee break and then look into some other stuff.
All right, we doing the calf
Coffee song. Go.
every time, dog.
At least I don't sing it anymore.
Ooh, theme song go.
welcome back. So apparently you lost about 15 minutes of footage.
Woo. Oh, well. We'll probably have to make this quick because of the technical difficulties.
Season 2.
Season 2.
Yeah, no, so let's get into the coffee stuff.
Yeah, so we don't potentially harm our video again.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. New camera. It literally, so quick. The camera literally showed up like 2 hours before we started recording. It was supposed to show up tomorrow, so I have about a week to play with it. We decided that we could do it now, which was fine anyway. But yeah, I didn't know it had a 30-second timer on 30-minute timer. Sorry.
I'm pretty sure you can turn it off.
Yeah, I think I can too. I just got to figure out how. But this week we are trying Biohazard coffee.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool. It came in a cool box. But it also claims to be the world's strongest coffee.
Do you agree with that?
I mean, I'm more awake than I was before.
Wow. Is this coffee or Nas?
Yeah, I know. It has, per the bag, has 928 milligrams of caffeine per 12-ounce fluid brewed. So coffee, I don't know where it's saying it has more caffeine than like an energy drink by far.
Yeah. I'll give it that. I'm definitely more alert.
4 times the amount of caffeine than normal coffee.
It's fine. It's good. It's good. Flavor profile, it's interesting,
Yeah.
but I would drink this.
I could see this being lower on the list towards the end of the season, but I don't like the flavor profile. It's like cool caffeine.
Yeah, it's kind of like Silencer from last season.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's a little too. There's almost not enough flavor. That there's a little bit of a tanginess to like that opening sip. I guess tanginess is tastes a little gross. The aftertaste is fine. Just an initial sip for me, an initial like taste is just a little too harsh.
Yeah, I mean that's probably the caffeine just pumping through you.
Yeah, I know.
It's like
gets on the tongue and then ejects straight into the brain.
Yeah.
But not bad though. We're gonna try this again. I bought it just to try it, but we're gonna do the world's strongest coffee test at some point in the future.
Maybe after season 4.
Yeah, well, I think once I get in the new place and we get a bit of a more permanent setup.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Going, we will figure something out. It's gonna require 5 different coffee makers of some extent, and
yeah. I mean, I can
10
get
different mugs.
I can get coffee makers.
Yeah, I'm not super worried about it. I might just do like 5 different shitty like drip coffee makers, like the normal ones, and then just brew all 5 of those that way for consistency.
No, dude. I got an idea. I just had a great idea. I know a bunch of people with French presses.
Yeah.
Let's go to like my buddy's place in Denton, and everyone will get invited that has the French presses, and they'll just be a part of the content.
Oh yeah, we can. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, we're used to
with
it.
That is the more people, the less coffee per person to drink, right?
Well, yeah, but we can keep brewing it because it's gonna have each person's gonna have a designated coffee. The issue is we're used to that strong a coffee.
Yeah.
Everyone else is not.
No, they're not. I mean, they might be.
So people are gonna just be like this, and they're gonna talk really, really fast, and we're gonna be like, we're just gonna be like, I need a fucking nap.
You got anything stronger?
You got tequila?
A few things to touch on though.
This dick.
Before we get
That's a
into
nice hat, Jordan.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, Alex, wouldn't you like to wear our wonderful head attire?
No, yeah.
The pizza and the triangles, I guess. I guess they're both triangles, but
maybe next time I promote my merch, I'm gonna do it.
Sorry, covered head.
Pizza's triangle. Triangle is triangle. Jordan Chase.
You know.
My merch is here. So this is technically was a limited run, but literally once it goes on sale, I'm pretty sure it'll sell out. So this is that's no longer a limited run, and we're gonna start printing them.
Print.
This is gonna be available very soon. This is in correlation with Whiskey Chronicles, the album coming out. So once Whiskey Chronicles comes out, these will release.
You could do like a bundle.
For what?
Buy the MP3 files of Whiskey Chronicles for yourself. Get a hat.
Probably the hat than Whiskey Chronicles.
No, you could. You know how bands do like bundles?
No, yeah, I'm gonna do a bundle for sure.
You could do vinyls for Whiskey Chronicles.
I really want to do a vinyl for Whiskey Chronicles. You know how expensive vinyls are?
Yeah, they're cool. I actually watched a video the other day of like how they get made. And
Yeah.
I was like, well,
Dude, I really want to make vinyls for every single album except for like Unqualified, but fuck. They're so expensive.
I'm sure the profit margin on them is not great.
I mean, if I get an investor or like or I start making way more money with the merch lines that I'm starting to release, because we're releasing, so in the works right now, Pop Sockets. These two are these two are gonna release. We're working on like the like dreadlock beanies, the big one, like reggae style. We're starting those. Those are in production currently. We're still trying to work out the kinks. And then shirts are next on the list after that. Mm-hmm. And then, to be honest, if we're looking at wholesale skinny jeans because we want to embroider skinny jeans with my logo. Granted, they're going to be like $30 to $40 a fucking pair.
All right.
But kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So the hat fits nice. It fits well. I think I have a good hat. Heads for hat. All right, I'm gonna stop talking.
I have a good hat for heads. That's my slogan. Do you have a good head? Do you want a good hat for head?
Be one of the songs.
Do you want a good hat for head?
That should be one of the names for your next songs.
We'll come by. Blowjobs plus. We got the balls. Let's get into it. Plug it in.
Oh my god. Yeah. So a few other things I wanted to touch up on yesterday, as of to date. Today's the September 10th. September 9th, Wizards put out a press release bracket thing. I can't talk today. On Twitter, talking about Zendikar. Zendikar's getting delayed. Like, it's not delayed. It is the first wave is coming out, and it's about half of the product, and then the second wave is going to come out a few weeks after that.
Do we know what the product is that's coming out first?
Pretty much everything. Like, everything's coming out. Like, the first wave of like everything is coming.
Oh, so it's just a production problem.
It's a production problem.
Interesting.
Where they weren't able to like meet demand type thing. So the second wave should be coming out of everything a few weeks later. I don't know if that's going to affect the stuff we are getting. We are gonna kind of be getting almost everything, like box wise.
I mean, we could also
So I might wait. I don't know, but collector box, booster box, and the set box are all the draft box, because that's what they're called now.
Yeah.
We're gonna get all three of those, and maybe some other stuff. We'll see what Walmart has. Like, we'll definitely open something when the set comes out. Like next Friday, I'll definitely like head over to Walmart and just kind of pick up or like Barnes and Nobles, because Barnes and Nobles has like Thrones bundle boxes, like the boost bundle box or whatever they're called.
Oh yeah,
they have Thrones still, and some other stuff over there. So we'll be doing box openings. If it's not Zendikar related, we're definitely gonna do box openings. So
I think if anything, what we need to do with like M21, Thrones for sure. Well, realistically, all of them.
Yeah.
But specifically M21 and Theros, and probably Ikoria as well, is pre-release packs.
Yeah.
Those have good chunks of money in it.
Yeah, we could definitely do stuff like that, and we'll definitely start figuring it out. So we'll get it figured out. It's just annoying because I had a thought, I heard that, and I was like, okay, whatever. And then I had the thought of like, all the big content creator names are gonna get their hands on boxes.
Yeah.
The people who aren't gonna get hands on boxes and like need to be able to, get a following and stuff like that, because that's how you get views. Is for us at least, like, this type of content is booster box openings and things like
yeah.
that, because that's what people are attracted to. It's us, the small guys, that need that, especially early on, that aren't going to be able to get it. So we'll figure it out. It's still 2020 in the world. The year is still a pile of horse shit, and will continue to be a pile of horse shit. So
I'm having a pretty good time.
So that was the only thing I wanted to touch up on at the tail end here. Is booster boxes are going to happen. We're going to do box openings. It's just a matter of time of when it happens. So
Yeah, I mean I get that everyone's at home.
yeah.
Like, of course people bought a fuckload. Everyone bought everything because there's they have nothing else to do.
Well,
they can't go to shops. Like, I went to a shop and it was barren pretty much. Even though I got an infinite combo from it, but it's not the point.
Yeah. I mean, and we could even try to go to that shop and see if they have anything next week.
Yeah.
Just something Zendikar wise.
Also, there is talk, and we're not sure yet, but there is talk of an infinite combo coming out
Oh, I believe it.
in standard.
As soon as it does, it's gonna get banned though.
It has to. There's
Yeah.
infinite combos in, when Origins and Battle of Zendikar were out. There was an infinite combo that got banned. It was just ETB triggers, just
And I know they're trying to word things better, but I genuinely believe they didn't give a fuck about this set, and they were just everything.
everything.
Old Mark Rosewater over there was just yes, 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 yes.
Drunk.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
Fuck. That's why he wasn't in the Zendikar thing, because he was just trashed.
Mark Rosewater, I love you. Endorse me.
Yeah. Hey, Wizard, do you want to sponsor us?
Even though we talk mad shit.
All day. It's also interesting. Alpha Investments. What's his face? I forget his name. I watch his stuff daily. Was talking about it where Wizards doesn't actually acknowledge the third part, like eBay sales and stuff like that. They don't. They are told not to acknowledge Alpha Investments, that guy in particular. Wizards pretends he doesn't exist because he talks so much about the finance side and how things operate and things like that, where they're just they're not supposed to acknowledge that he knows how things operate and things like that, and Wizards doesn't acknowledge that the price fluctuations of eBay and things like that and TCG.
Yet they created double masters.
Yeah, I know, right? They obviously know what's happening. They're just, I don't know if it's an internal thing where they're just told not to acknowledge.
Oh, they have to.
Yeah.
I mean, why do you think employees fucking spoil cards before the spoiling even happens?
Yeah.
Because sometimes the employees get paid, just get bought out to do it.
Talking about spoilers and leaks, I thought about this and I remember when I talked about it. The Tuesday night, somebody spoiled the Xbox Series S. So the Series X was the trash can that everybody knew about.
Yeah.
And everybody knew there was a discless version that was going to come out, but if Microsoft hadn't talked about it yet or shown it off. And the discless version is called the Series S because they have great titles, but it got leaked, full leaked. The price, the look, the release date, everything. And the stupid meme of the monkey where he's just
Yeah.
yeah, Microsoft or Xbox tweeted that out after the leak happened.
Nice.
It's just and they just released everything because they were waiting for a little I think towards the end of September to actually release release prices and the date and everything like that, but it all got spoiled, so they were okay, cool, so it happened, so here
Fuck
it is. And it was the perfect response to that. It was just it was out in the world, just screw it. And I don't know if they did it intentionally, or if it was just a actual leak.
I mean, without protection, data mining,
Yeah.
with Warframe, dude, whenever someone wanted to know what was being released, they would just data mine.
Oh yeah.
And then we would figure out what it was.
Yeah, there's for Dokkan Battle, the Dragon Ball Z game that I play, there's a French dude, Team Dokkaner, and he data mines the hell out of stuff. And he used to just tell us, on Twitter, whatever is happening. Now he just used, frames from the manga.
Yeah.
And then people what does it mean? Oh my God. Because he realized, Bandai like has things in place to like start revealing things, and he started feeling bad about like spoiling stuff and Bandai not being able to like do it properly. So he's like stepped back and like is being sneaky about it at this point. But, but yeah,
kind of cryptic.
Yeah, cryptic type. Yeah. So the new Xbox Series X, the top line is going to be $500.
Not bad.
Releases November 10th. Pre-orders start the 22nd. So I'm gonna buy them. I'm gonna pre-order the fuck out of it. Yeah. So that was it. It's also funny that Destiny's new expansion also drops on November 10th. So Destiny.
Coinky dink.
Yeah, I know. They purposely pushed it back 2 months for that date because I think because they pushed Halo back, and I think Microsoft was just like, we need a release title. Do you mind pushing your video game back 2 months?
Come here.
Yeah.
Hey, come here.
So
I need a solid dog.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Do you mind pushing your video game release back 2 months?
Do your shit. Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll give you lots of money.
I'm sure there was some, like it's on Game Pass. Destiny's on Game Pass now. Like there was a big deal there, which is fine. But so it's just Destiny 2 Beyond Light is the release video game for the new Xbox.
Of course.
Which is just funny. But yeah, so that was, I guess, all I wanted. My highlights of the week.
I mean, the only thing I have now is like my injury is finally like almost recovered, so I can start skating again. Whiskey Chronicles is going to have a release. The reveal of Whiskey Chronicles is going to have a release date, which is going to be October 30th, 31st, something like that. So that's also when I believe that's when my merch is going to be available. Pre-orders, I'm not sure. My website will go live that day. Like everything is just going to like.
That's just that.
Everything's just going to domino that day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I have to finish critiquing everything soon, and then it'll be ready to go. The biggest issue, I ain't got a album cover.
Oh, we gotta work on that. I can make one for you. That shitty Photoshop that I can.
I can explain what I want, and then you could see if you can do it.
I mean, Lauren could be able to do it, but
I'll explain it. But
yeah,
I mean,
Maggie could.
Hmm?
Maggie is she was on our podcast, season 1, episode 17. She made the new logo for us. Also, tell us how you feel about the new logo. It is out everywhere at this point.
Yes,
and the Instagram got a lot of good feedback. That's our biggest source of social media at this point. Is our Instagram has the biggest following, and it got a lot of really positive feedback. I fucking love it. So
I quite enjoy it as well.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. But
yeah, the idea, I'm sure people have gathered that have seen it. The idea is that it is a part of the 5 elements.
Yeah.
So you have black. We're brown.
Because we got poopy butthole.
Yeah. Poopy butthole. But yeah, I mean that's about it from on my end. You know, Whiskey Chronicles is coming out, merch line. Where my ball is rolling. And then as soon as my merch is ready to go, then we start on Whiskey Chronicle, or then we start on the Magic of Coffee.
Yeah, well, that's all gonna happen soon too. But yeah,
I think that's it for me.
That's it for me.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We're on SoundCloud. We're on MTG Goldfish. We'll start updating decks again soon. The meta's just a crapshoot at this point.
Yeah,
so,
it's fucked.
When Zendikar comes out next Thursday, I think during the podcast we'll kind of talk about what decks we want to build and what we're working on. But realistically, it's not until the meta gets set in stone and people smarter than us start figuring better decks out.
I think we can, if we can, yeah.
I'm just gonna be honest. I don't have the knowledge and understanding of
Deck building.
The 1,000 cards within the meta, within standard at this point, to be able to pull a deck together. So
Yeah.
but yeah, so yep.
That's about it.
That's about it.
Enjoy your mornings.